Welcome to Encoded Frequency. For the ones that are new, I do have new members here in Encoded Frequency. I'm Gretel, and in this video, normally it's a free service day. I do readings. You can ask questions to you guys. You can also request healing. We normally have a short transmission of light language that today is going to be coming through Pleiadian frequencies. I have been doing also short videos from Pleiadians, and it's going to be the theme for the week. We are starting a new month. We're going to have I don't remember if it's a full moon in Virgo, the 7th, and there are planetary changes. It can feel intense. We do have few updates, and I want to start this with the light language transmission while you guys know that I'm alive. Set your intentions for what you wanted to receive. I do also have new updates here for Encoded Frequency, and I do have a team that I add that is I receive questions for you guys through the page or an email, and I have had healing sessions this last week about karmic relationships, soulmates, twin flames. There is a lot of information out there, and I would like to share my point of view about it. But before we begin, let's do a little bit of light language. Then if you have questions, we will just go with the flow. Just let me know if the sound it's good on your end, and thank you for being here. And let's start with the Pleiadian light language transmission, and then we'll go with the flow. Give me a second. Let me see if I can have your hope you are all doing amazing, and looks like the sound is good. Thank you so much. I would like to ask whoever is meant to receive a message, guidance, healing that can be guided to this video, and only the highest and the easiest, the most loving can come through. I would like to step aside. Take a deep breath and imagine blue light, that you are surrounded with a light, that you can breathe a light. The light can be expanded through you, but also that you are surrounded by this blue light. And this blue light will be these Pleiadian encodedments that will represent whatever you need in the highest outcome for all. Let's begin. Mi te kiarava sere tira koro. Tira sere koro bare tira sere koro ti te esa ke tiriashkeva se kiti kiasa. Tira sere koro bia tia la I tiria sako tira koro bara kiara kiariashka fa ti esse hi tira soro ko tiri kiara koro bari tiria sa ti hasa ti ta ake va ti eriashna ma li tira sara ko ti se kia tira o si ra taria sara korbara tiriasne hessa kiria tiria sa hai na de mare kira tor ose itira korova teria sa haketera essa kete avote itira so kodia vatira surturbari kiriasti de casa. Dat is surturbari teria tiga suturbas tir tariska tupat asati kiriaska. This normal doesn't sound like the Pleiadian light language that comes through me. It felt like a cleansing. When light language, it's short words. It feels like it's cotton cleansing. It feels like when you hear a light language like that, it's normally like cleansing or breaking or expanding. And when light language is more slow, it's more like expansion and yes, expansion, amplification. When it's too how do I say that, like with e, kind of like high, it's because it's uplifted. And normally o will be grounded, will be integrating. A sounds like that, like for example, if you do like e, is more like ground, but if you wanted to increase the frequency, it sounds more like e. I don't know if you can feel that, but it's like the sound begins to throw up or begins to go down. So normally when you do light language or when you receive light language, will have like a roller coaster of a type of movement where you go into different pathways to integrate. It's not one specific thing, because light language is the flow of the energy and motion that re-educate our energy. That's what I feel. I feel like light language is like an injection, kind of like when you, let's say that you need to pay something and you have $100 but you need 1,000. So someone give that money to you and now you have, instead of having 100, you have 1,000. So it's a higher frequency that is injected through you that will, in a ripple effect, move everything that you have. And let me see if you have any questions. If you don't, I want to start with the theme of today. Thank you, Sugita, Vanessa. Thank you for being here. I love the light language that you shared with me. It was beautiful. I think you should do more. Susan, thank you. Thank you for being here. It has been a long time. Thank you. I appreciate. Suhata. Oh my God. Suhata and I met when I did the first light language higher self course, I think. And it's every course is like a piece of me, like every drawing, and then I gather all those beautiful memories from all of you. Thank you so much. If you guys have any questions, if you would like to request healing, I'm open. Hopefully I know the answer. And we do have a light language course that will start training this equinox, and I'm going to do a live. We will initiate with a live, and that live will be on Encoded frequency, open for everyone that would like to join, like a workshop channeling, like 2 hours, 2 hours time channeling and questions if you have. And I have level 1 and 2 will have Zoom classes, video recordings, meditations, and at the same time one-on-one sessions with me, and you will have a diploma at the end. These courses every time I do a course, I change a little bit the way that I do it. The level 1 is more like a foundation and practitioner, and the level 2 is more aligned to like language healing, like language coaching, like language, more like a business. And I will do another one specifically about codes, but I'm still working on it, on the logistics. I am also writing the language book that I have started a long time ago, but I started again, and part of that material is going to come through these courses that we're all going to go deeper. I know I do language already, but you always go deeper into what you do and find a new meaning. And at the same time, with all of the codes, I add a new magical code, and I put a soul shard and a special. Those are very, very affordable, guys. Those images, I am doing them with a different quality because I'm going to select the best from the cards. This is the print that I have for the last time of the year. I appreciate all of the ones that have been purchasing those codes and drawings to me. I'm taking a little bit more time because I'm doing the most quality that I can, so those can be printed for cards, and I'm very, very, very excited about it. Let me see if you guys have any questions for me. Sandy, I'm going to start with you. And question, if you would like a specific answer from your guides, ask a specific question. If you would like just like a general, then just like any message for me, please. And let's go with the flow. Sandy, any messages on the job? I'm rejoining tomorrow. Yes. Be aware about when you lose your center, and be aware about the way that you react to, at the same time, keep your space sacred, your space in your center. I guess the message at the end is keep yourself in a space of love. But if you don't feel you are, then be aware about what pull you out, so you find the way through healing techniques or habits or anything to adjust, so you can be more in that space that feels good for you. And I am planning to do 5 scholarships for the courses, 5 and 5. So if you would like to have, I'm giving 80% discount, 50% discount, and 20% discount, depending on how many people purchase it. Because if I do have enough, maybe I can give more, because it's depending on how much I can hold, but at the same time I can give to you. So if you would like to be part of the courses with a discount, then go in encoderfrequency.com, add your name, and let me know why you want it and what percentage you think you should have. Like I think I could have 50% off because this and this and this and this. And then at the end, we'll select the ones that I can, at least 10. But if I can give more, then hopefully I can have more. And if you would like to be part of that, then go to encoderfrequency.com, add your name, and then we'll just go with the flow. Let me see if anyone else has questions. And thank you, Susan. I hope you're doing amazing. Suhata, yes. Oh, okay. When I mentioned your name, the first thing that I saw, it was dragons. I don't know if you work, I know you work with Greeks. I don't know if you worked with dragons before, but these dragons look like little dragons. Connect with them. when you can. I guess that's the message. Because I saw kind of like crystals or things, and then the dragons waiting for connection. I hope that helps. Sangeeta, I would love to get a message from the galactic aspect of me. Yes, and Sangeeta, before I forget, send me an email. I will reply to you later, and I guess we can have the interview that you asked me from this Friday to the next Friday. And your Orion aspect come through, and then it felt masculine. Then it says merging with higher aspects. So I guess you're going already to that process. I hope that makes sense. Susan, any messages from my guides? It will be great, please. Yes. Oh. Well, what I hear is there is love available for you where you are. It's like open the door or look around, and love, I guess, is a general, not only romantic, but friends in all aspects. And then I have like smiles. That's what I'm picking up from your guides. Let me refresh and go back to see if I can get your messages. And there is a lot of changes on the contracts. This is ideal time for you to do a light language meditation, to cut cords, to align with a new destiny, to bring something new. This is the time of the year that is going to be the most heightened and increase in doing things. From now to July, August, September, and then it's going to slow down a little bit. There is a big change coming from the end of this year because we shift for 2024, and a lot of changes are going to come in 2024. I feel like all of this year and next year, it may be a lot of weather changes, but also in the structures that we know. In technology, with the whole futuristic cyber thing, it's coming so fast that it's going to be very defined, the timelines that you have from another person because of what we tune in. There are so many timelines of us. This is not just one Gretel ascending. I have seen probably 100 different versions of what Gretel could do. I dreamed yesterday that I was living in Texas, and I was like, I wonder how was that? Because at some point I live in Houston around the 2000, right? And then so I guess in one timeline I never leave, and then I stay there. So I was like, I wonder how that was, because normally you remember pieces. There is another versions of me that I have seen myself, that I live in San Francisco. I live in many of my destinies. I ended going to US again. And others I have seen myself living in the middle of Mexico, like in Guadalajara, Vallarta, and in others I'm living in the other part of Mexico that's like Monterrey. So this is just not one Gretel. I'm many, and so does you. So we all have different options to do at the same time, and it all feels like is one just option, but it isn't, because every option it's being done already. This is what I understand. I'm still learning. I don't know everything. I know there are a lot of things that people said that predicted that will happen, and they're all real. But the difference is my higher self, my consciousness, choose which Gretel I'm tuning in. The one from Texas, the one from Monterrey, the one from Guadalajara, the one from San Francisco, right? And we change from one moment to another. My daughter was saying that, I mean, she's 14 and she's in an online group where they do shifting realities. They simulate different realities and they are practicing this. Let's say that she's going to have an exam about something she doesn't know. So she programmed herself that at night she will have that exam so many times. So tomorrow she will have the answers. And I was like, that's interesting, right? That kids are doing those things. I never thought on doing that when I was 14. I would have been more wise, of course. So this reality is shifting so rapidly. If we're not anchored, if we're not in your center, it will feel like if a car ran through you. And then life doesn't feel good. So hold on to yourself, hold on what you have in that moment. Beyond worrying about what could happen tomorrow, because in this energy, everything can change in a second. Nothing is set on stone. Realities, they are all being done. But we choose which I want to experience. This is the free will. And I remember that I disagreed when I had a dream with my higher self, that I was asking questions. I saw myself in a center and I have doors around me. And then in this door, it was a partner, a twin flame, right? A romantic partner. And I was like, I have 5. And I was like, which is the best? And then a voice said, it's your choice. And then I was like, but why do I have you? Right? I don't know. And then the voice said, it's your life, you choose. And I was like, I didn't like it. I wanted the guy to set me, do that, the red one, right? The blue. And I was like, then what is higher self for, right? and then I saw myself having different timelines. I met 3 of them. I already knew one. And then from one in the astral, I disregarded. And then there is like another one I have met yet, right? So I'm going to go back to my questions. Please type your questions if you would like a specific, then do a specific question. Twin flame, karmic, twin flame, soulmate, divine partner, what is that? I have changed my point of view about that. At the beginning, I thought we were seeds, and then we split. He was a masculine, I was a feminine, and then we ran through all incarnation looking for each other, and then at the end, we'll happily merge and then join together and ascend. This is what this online, right? There are reflections about, and this is coming because in the legends from ancient Greece, I guess, at some point, humans were androgynous, and then it says that they were split with a lightning sensation. So their other half were always looking for their other half. So this is not a new tale. But it could apply for some people. Because when I begin to having all of those dreams and then learning with you guys with the sessions, I do coachings, and then I do therapy as well, and then with the drawings, I remember that one person asked me, someone says that we do have 12 twin flames, or do you think we just have one? And I was like, I don't know, let me ask. So when I ask, I begin to dream that we have more than one, and I was like, how is that possible that we have more than one? And it is possible because I'm not just one, I'm many. And so is going to be the one who is contracted to be my romantic partner, or my romantic karmic partner, or my soulmate, or my divine partner. So what will be the difference? I try to find archetypes, kind of to put them in a box so we can separate the characteristics, but it's not that separable. Like, when does my finger end and my hand begins, and then my arm, right? It's not that definable like that. But a karmic partner, whether it's a twin flame or a soulmate, is going to be one that is here to push you so you become something new, right? Normally, those are the ones that we hate. I can forgive him, but are the ones who mark us the most because they push us by not being your friend, by not doing what you want, by not doing what you expect, to learn something new. And normally you will have different timelines that are in other times, probably in other planets, that are colliding in the same situation, that you are both learning. If he was a narcissist and I was the empath, of course I'm going to have another life that I am the narcissistic, the abuser one, and then he is the one that needs to submit to me, because every pattern needs to be complete. It's not just one side for me. Of course, I'll have other versions of me that are practicing being the bad of the story, right? So at the higher self aspect or divine order, it's all equal and reciprocal, even though it may feel unfair in this situation that I have here or that you have here. A twin, that karmic partner can be awakened or not. If it's not, if he's not awake and you are, it's not your twin flame. Because twin flames are not bounded to a physical. You don't need to have a body to connect. You connect through the spirit and the soul. You connect telepathically. It could be romantically or not, but, and maybe you can meet, but maybe you never meet. Does that make sense? The difference between a soulmate and a twin flame is a twin flame will be a connection beyond the beyond. Maybe it is your soulmate and your twin flame. Maybe you meet and at the same time you connect, right? Maybe you don't. It depends on what you are choosing. And I think a divine partner will be the ultimate ideal expression of what we want. It will be the one that it's physical and you have a physical life with that, but at the same time you have the twin flame connection, and at the same time you are both in the level of maturity that karma is placed aside in the biggest percentage, and you come to work together into a mission that is not only personal but is done as a team, and at the same time you will have a spiritual mission to do together. Normally you will see these divine partners because they work together. Like, for example, I was seeing that Marianne and her partner, to me, they are divine partners. They were doing a course about divine partnership or something, teaching others how you can find that. This is what divine partner will look like to me. They are doing spiritual work together. They are supporting. They look alike, even though she looks Asian and he doesn't. Their auras match, look like. So this, to me, this is what the difference will be like. Maybe the person begin doing a karma and then you find a way to be dharma partner and then to have a beautiful journey together. It doesn't have to be your twin, so you have a happy life with your partner. It could be your soulmate, and maybe that is a person that matches for you, which is fine too. Don't condition how that person is to come. Just be open to see what will feel like If maybe he's not awakened, would that work for me? What would be like if I only did awaken people? Would that be good for me? What if I just want to connect at the spirit level, right? There are all different kinds of ways. I also have seen groups coming together. This is not a common thing. Normally, dependent, it could be two females, but if it's two females, one will be energetically masculine, the other feminine in a twin flame thing. But I have seen groups of 5 or 6. It's not like the norm, but I have seen it. And I'm like, oh, well, it works for you, right? That's fine. So it depends on how you agree that. I do think I'm still learning, and you guys share with me in the comments what you have been gone through. Have you had a twin flame? Have you had a soulmate? Karmic partner? What do you think is the difference? Share with all of us so we all learn from each other experiences. And a twin flame, you connect telepathically, you connect mainly in the astral, you can meet. Maybe you meet for 6 months and then you didn't make it together. I don't know. It depends on what you agree. The agreement, you can change it all the time. But if you agree with that person to learn something, maybe this version of me don't need to go through because I broke the contract, but other version of me will. I don't know if that makes sense. At some level, maybe energetically, maybe as an angel, maybe in Lemuria or in some part, but you have to complete that creation. That's what I'm learning. And let me go if you have any questions. Nicole, yes. Let me see. There are unexpected changes that are coming for you, Nicole. I hope that makes sense. Ups and trees. That's what I heard. Good morning, Berta. Thank you so much, Berta, for the stars. I appreciate it. Gabriel, thank you so much for being here. Gabriel, any message for me? Yes. Anchor the light of creation through your own vortex of alignment. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. Hello, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. And let me refresh this to see if I have any more questions. And I can read maybe your comments about what I've been sharing about the twin flame. And oh my god, Facebook is changing all the time the way you stream. I am barely catching up. Thank you so much. And let me see if there is any comment. Susan says that she has been working with the dragon energy. Sandy, I'm so scared about going back. Going back to what, Sandy? Well, scary is just telling you that there is something that still needs healing. But don't be scared. It's better to go through, because otherwise, when I've been scared, I feel like I paralyze myself. And if I paralyze, then I get stuck. And it doesn't feel good either. So I have learned to go through, even though I have been paralyzed, that I gently begin to move and move and move until I'm able to go through. And I have shared this with me. I have a love-hate with water. And last time I went to the ocean, I rent a boat, and I'm always crawling in the boat when it's swimming because, I don't know, it's like a biological reaction. But then I remind myself to breathe and to observe the sunset and everything. And last time it was the most comfortable boat trip I have had because I was with a friend and I was talking and I was distracted about being afraid to the ocean. So sometimes with fears, we just need something to distract us to that illusion that says that something is wrong. And I hope that helps, but be patient with you. You don't have to push yourself also either. If you feel like right now that's not the moment, then maybe it will be another moment that you have all that is needed to go through that with ease and grace. And Suhata, thank you. Appreciate it. And I don't think I have any more questions, guys. And I would like to close with this. Look, we all could have a fear to something. Even the people that you said they're the more super enlightenment and like they have it all, they should have a challenge because they're in this reality. It's okay to have fear. It's part of the experience. We're not here to, I just want to smile. Then maybe that will be, how do I say that? We're here to experience everything. Let me just rephrase it. It's not about not being afraid. I'm meant to have a type of fear because it's what I'm learning. It's what I am developing, the mastery, the expansion of my soul. I don't think I'm meant to be paralyzed or get stuck in my fear when I forgot to leave. Because if I forgot to leave, I feel like I'm wasting things that I could become and that I could create because I'm just seeing one thing. Like, have you ever had a toddler doing a tantrum? I want the red cup. Get this one. No, I want the red cup that has Maria. But this is equal. No, but I want the one that Maria, like, Sometimes we do tantrums too, with thinking that the problem we have with the fear just have one door. And in reality, there are many, but in order for that, we have to go back to our center and find a way to remember we're infinite and eternal. This is just an illusion. This is just an illusion, and it doesn't matter what could happen. It just matters what I do with it. Be patient with you. Be kind with you. It's okay where you are. Do your best. And don't forget to also see things that are working out for you. Because the more we acknowledge and we're grateful for what it is working out for me, then more of that will come. I hope you find this valuable and helpful. See you guys next week. I will be being live doing these readings, I think Monday or Tuesday, depending on what I have to do. Remember, if you would like to be part of the light language course that is going to start the equinox, then go to encodedfrequency.com. If you would like to have a discount, then send me a message. I think I would like to have that, and then let's ask the universe to conspire with us so that could be possible. Have a beautiful rest of your week. Oh, and last thing, I'm doing a light language course open for everyone, and that's in YouTube. And I activate the TikTok account. So those are like 3-minute videos where I will share tips in light language activations, that is a playlist on my YouTube channel, EncodedFrequency.com, and that's going to be available for everyone. Go and watch that out to see if maybe that will benefit you in some point of way. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.